What's up, guys? So today's video, we're going to be doing something kind of nerve-wracking for me, but shouldn't be an issue. And we're taking the old sport track to go get smog tested. So I apologize for how absolutely filthy it is. I have yet to take the time to wash it. I've been so busy with schoolwork this week. It's all about 1,500 word writing assignments, several other, like a couple other writing assignments for other classes. It has been absolutely nightmarish with my schoolwork this week. But we are in here today. I'm gonna go get smog tested. So one thing I'm gonna do to avoid kind of being questioned about it is I'm gonna be taking my SCT off the windshield altogether. I've been questioned about this in the past. Never really had issues with it, but I am going somewhere different for my missions this year. So I'm not sure exactly how they're gonna react to seeing a literal programmer sitting on my dashboard. I mean, technically I don't really use this much for tuning as much as I do data logging. The truck is currently tuned, but I use it more for data logging than I do tuning. Watching kind of how the metrics are, the coolant temp, stuff like that. I'm gonna go ahead and take the suction cup off of here as well, free up a little bit of visibility here. Not like it really makes that much of a difference, but I just stuck this up there the other day, so it's a little bit still wanting to stick. But the cable I can easily explain. I've had to explain the cable before. I usually take the SCT off. This would be the third year in a row I've had the SCT when I went to go get emissions. So usually it doesn't cause an issue whatsoever. It's usually just a quick little, hey, what's that cable for? And I tell them like, oh, okay, and that's the end of that. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing today. I don't know how much of it I'm going to film because, I mean, it's a government protocol. I don't really know what's okay to film, what isn't okay to film. But I've got the head strap, which is why I think this might seem a little different. Quality might be a little different, is because I'm literally holding my head strap with my GoPro attached to it without the vlog case on it. Because the road mic does not like road noise whatsoever, pun intended. So yeah, we're gonna get on the road over to the emissions place. I'm also gonna go visit Hayden afterward, and we can check up with him on how the S2K is doing and talk about some other cool stuff with cars. So let's go ahead and cold start this mamma jamma. Hopefully it runs. This is what I'm worried about. So it does this every once in a while, and I don't know what it is, if the fuel pump's going bad or like the battery's low maybe. I really don't know. But yeah, let's get on the road to the emissions place and hopefully all goes well. That is still like worrying me. That's probably what's making me the most nervous about this. Not as much the fact this is a full bolt-on setup, because it still has catalytic converters on it. I shouldn't have any issue with that. But this thing hates emissions time for some reason. Every year around emissions, there's always something odd that goes on with it, and usually it stops after emissions. So I'm pretty sure my fuel pump's going out, which is why the truck is doing this weird struggle start. Yesterday I cycled it twice before I left. I would hit it, turn it to run, turn it off, and then crank it, and it seemed to work just fine then. But I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, let's get on the road, and I will catch up to you guys when I get through the emissions test. All right, guys, just like that, we are done. And the truck did just as good as I could have hoped it would. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. It passed with flying colors, no issues, was in and out. Traffic is absolutely horrible right here right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go down a street. And currently I'm on my way over to Hayden's house. You guys know Hayden pretty well if you guys have watched the channel for any extent of time. And I thought that it was on the way to his house. I'd go ahead, pop by there, get the emissions done, and then we'll go on down to Hayden's. Why not? So easy peasy, no issues whatsoever. I was a little concerned about the truck passing, and it did just fine. So now I can go get my tag renewed, and we will be back in business for sure. And then from there, it'll be business as usual at the sport track, and can get this thing retuned for one thing. That's killing me, that I can't run the intake I just spent, quite a bit of money on with the AEM. And here I am, it's sitting in a box in my closet because of the retune that I haven't had done yet, because of the fact that I just haven't gotten around to it. I just haven't shot out any emails yet to Unleashed or Lesota. I've debated getting a dyno tune. If it doesn't cost that much more, I may still go ahead and go get a dyno tune, but there's like a 99% chance it's going to cost a small fortune, as it usually does when you dyno tune a car. My next car though, whenever I get it, if and when, if it's a replacement or a buddy for this thing, it will get dyno tuned. It probably will never touch an off the shelf. It'll probably go straight to the dyno, as long as it's a car I can get easily dynoed. Like we actually have, I actually passed it, not like physically passed it, but you know, I'm just down the street from an APR tuner that does, you know, lots of German cars, Volkswagen, Porsche, Audi. Not that I'm gonna get a Porsche. Audi or Volkswagen's a possibility, but ain't no Porsches coming for me. I ain't rich. Even though a 911 Turbo or GT3 would not be a bad deal right now. Even though I'd much rather have a GTI personally, or a Audi S3, or S3 especially. But that's just me. Gosh, this car right here is sketching me out. Trying to make a left turn onto this 4-lane road. It's a slight heart attack every time I see a car get ready to do that turn. All right, we're good, we're good, we're good. Oh, slow down, slow down, slow down. Oh gosh, I hope the Mini, okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. The Mini behind me was a little scaring me a little bit there. I was hoping coming down here I'd get the green arrow, but I just have so much bad luck with green arrows. TC, you don't see those very often anymore. Ooh, what's up with it? Hey bro, nice S2000. I just love when people call S2Ks Miatas or vice versa. It always kills me. Hey bro, is that an Ultima Coupe? Was that a Tome? Probably not, it's probably some jank muffler delete. I'm on to talk, I've technically got a glorified muffler delete. I'm almost willing to bet I'm probably still gonna beat Hayden to his house. But the question is by how much do I beat Hayden to his house? Am I gonna be sitting in this driveway for a solid hour? The world may never, ooh, Focus ST. Not too bad of a sound. Usually with, okay, so with STs, one thing I've learned, it's really hard to make them sound good. And which is unfortunate because it's one of my favorite cars ever, like from Ford. It's probably like tied with the Focus RS, my favorite Ford ever. And it's kind of a shame. I can't use my AC because I don't have the fan hooked up for the condenser yet. Whoops. I'm gonna crack the back window a little bit here, let in some air, a little bit of exhaust, because I'm trying to keep the mic good for the GoPro. But anyway, as I was saying, you know, 9 times out of 10 with a Focus ST, they just don't sound good. And it's really hard to get a decent sound of an ST or RS. Andrew's RS, which is completely straight piped, actually sounds good. It's one of the very few straight piped, you know, EcoBoost 4-cylinders that I've actually enjoyed the sound of. Most of them just sound like crap. So his was pretty good, but outside of that, most of them just sound like crap. And Andrew's is just a rare exception of a EcoBoost 4-cylinder sounds good. He obviously, you know, he doesn't like it unfortunately, but he's gonna be changing that up. But it's like one car I really like is the GTI, for example. I was bringing it up a second ago. No, that's a very sudden stop. Now we'll just talk about when I get to this light. Ooh, EJ1 coupe, a little rough around the edges, but that's how most older Hondas are, unfortunately. I'd be a pretty happy camper. Whoa! What the f? What the f are you doing, you absolute piece of human sh**? Get off the f***ing road! Learn to drive! Should have revoked your f***ing license, you absolute human piece of garbage! Gosh, dude. Had a f***ing green arrow. I lost my f***ing car to a f***ing moron. Anyway, now that that's not quite pissing me off as much, what was I on? What was I talking about before I about got my truck totaled? Trying to catch my train of thought. You know what? I'm just gonna take a few minutes to calm down. I'm gonna get to Hayden's house and kind of catch my breath, because that was a little bit of stupidity, and I lost my train of thought, and I don't want to sit here stuttering for half an hour trying to get my freaking thoughts back together. I'll see you guys when I get to Hayden's. Alright guys, so yeah, I'm picking this up the next day, as you guys can probably tell by my changing clothing. Pretty much after what you guys just saw, which was the near wreck that I had happen there. I lost my train of thought in the conversation I was having with the camera right before that accident, or near accident happened, excuse me. So yeah, my memory was a little foggy on what I was talking about, so I'm actually going to wind up closing this video out here. So yeah, that was a little scary, and I would have picked this video up earlier. I'm filming this like literally at 11 at night, right when I'm supposed to be editing this video. And the reason that I'm doing that is because I've literally been slam-packed with schoolwork today. I've had to put some more work in on a 1,500-word essay, 5 to 7 pages long. I had to do several Spanish assignments today. I have one that I have to do tomorrow, as well as finishing up this assignment, as well as discussion posts and stuff like that. If you're a college student, you know, it gets jam-packed around this time of the semester. You know, closing in on the end of the semester, it becomes pretty ridiculous. And that's kind of what I've been going through the last week or so. So, that's kind of why this video's been picked up so late, is I wanted to make sure I had all of my academic stuff in order before I actually worked on videos for the day. But yeah, that was pretty scary, as one can suggest. It's probably the closest I've been to a wreck since my actual wreck happened back in 2016, like when I first got the truck. I got rear-ended, as a lot of people know, frame damage and all, and didn't get totaled out. And I posted about this on the community tab on the channel, that it was a near total incident. And the reason I said that, people are probably going to think I'm being a little dramatic, is because at the end of the day, the truck's not worth much. When a car gets totaled out, it's based on its value. If a car is not worth very much, it'll get totaled out pretty easily. Some examples being, you know, cars like Civics. I mean, most 90 Civics, if you flick them, they're totaled because they are not worth very much. And my sport truck is pretty much a prime example of that. I mean, and like literally when I got rear-ended, the bumper was $1,000. Just keep in mind that the bumper was $1,000. I was pretty certain that it was going to get totaled, and I'm pretty sure it squeaked by on that one, which is probably why the frame damage is still there. That wasn't even noticed by the people who repaired the truck the first time I got hit. But anyway, this time around I seem to have squeaked by. Or that time I seem to have squeaked by. This time I know for sure if I got hit, the truck's lost even more value since then, that it would have been totaled out. For sure, if the damage was pretty bad. And sure, that was a pretty small amount of speed, but you know, still getting hit in that front right spot. I mean, that's probably one of the least supported spots in a vehicle, is the front right fender. Obviously the front's got a bash bar, but you know, a factory crash bar. But yeah, you get what I mean. You know, any large amount of damage is going to total the truck out, and that's why I got so heated. It was like, because I know for a fact if I got hit again, that truck's totaled. And all the money I've invested over these last few years are lost, and I've got no way to replace it right now. I don't have the money right now to get into a car payment or anything like that to replace the truck. So that's why I got so heated, for those who are wondering why I got so heated over a near miss. A lot of people probably will think I overreacted, but you know, that's just me. But yeah, I'm gonna close this out here. One thing I wanted to add, tomorrow night we'll not be having a live stream. I've got so much on my plate this weekend. Me and Hayden are actually going to go test drive some Volkswagens on Saturday morning. So or sometime throughout the day on Saturday, so I will not be able to be doing that during the day. I'll be filming for this channel for that. And I also have an occasion to go to on Saturday night, so I will not be making it to the live stream, which sucks. So we'll be pushing back our normal talking show one more week, and then our next subscriber guest or game night will be the week after. So next weekend will be our next talk stream, and then the week after that will be our next subscriber game night. So I apologize for that, but that's kind of the way the cookie crumbles this week. Like I said, it's been busy. So all that said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more content coming soon. Stay tuned for Monday's video, where hopefully I'll have filmed a little bit of me and Hayden going and checking out some cars to possibly be his new daily. So I'll catch you guys then. Take care, everyone.